Yeah, I just want to add to as we one final point about the Shekinah is that according to the Jewish mystical systems known as the Kabbalah and the Merkabah mysticism, the Shekinah is the primordial light of creation. They believe and teach that this goddess is the heavenly glory of divine wisdom and the inspiration. And so, with its roots in the wisdom goddesses of the ancient world, the Shekinah is the manifestation of feminine divinity from the unnamed wisdom goddesses found in these Jewish mystical systems. And so the Merkava mysticism is a Jewish system of practices which form the basis of the Kabbalah and whose origins may be traced back to around the 2nd century BC. And so this has resulted in numerous replacements of the Shekinah, such as the name of the goddess Asherah, which is the Canaanite predecessor, her name being translated as grove. And so some of the other names that are interchangeable with the Shekinah is the Inanna, Lilith, Asherah, Astarte, Eve, Athena, Aphrodite. I mean, it's a number of others that I can name, but I'm not going to really get that far deep into all the names. But nevertheless, one final point I want to make, and this is according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, Astarte is referred to as a great goddess of the ancient Middle East and chief deity of Tyre, Sidon, and Elat, which were very important Mediterranean seaports. And so the Hebrew scholars now feel that the goddess Ashereth, mentioned so often in the Bible, is a deliberate conflation of the Greek name Astarte and the Hebrew word Boshe, which means shame, indicating the Hebrews' contempt for her cult. And so, according to 1 Kings 11 and 5, King Solomon's foreign wives follow Astarte, which was the goddess of the Sidonians. And one last point, another point of reference is the Oxford Dictionary. Astarte is a Phoenician goddess of fertility and sexual love who corresponds to the Babylonian and Assyrian goddess Ishtar, and who became identified with the Egyptian Isis and the Greek Aphrodite and other goddesses.
Now, listen to this vocalist, this song from Juanita Bynum is entitled Holy Spirit, Fill This Room.
Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Holy Spirit, fill this room. Shekinah glory, sweet perfume. We need your presence. We need you. Holy Spirit, fill this room.
Any and every song that references a Shekinah, a reference the summoning of Shekinah. This is witchcraft. This is spell casting. This is the highest level of blasphemy. Why are we saying this? Because the Holy Spirit is the only spirit that sit in or will rest or and will dwell in the midst of us. And when you invite another spirit in and call it, okay, the feminine aspect of the Most High God, all right? So when you listen to Juanita Bynum sing this song, you need now to identify this song is a blasphemous song, and you should not allow your spirit to transcend into worship mode. Because when you transcend your spirit into worship mode, you open the gate of your spirit to accept the corruption of demons. You see, summoning Shekinah, going into worship mode, opens your gate in your spirit to allow demons to occupy you. You become a host for the Shekinah demon. Okay? So when you listen to this song and you hear how Juanita Bynum is actually casting a spell on you. This is a practice of witchcraft. And trying to parallel or equalize the Holy Spirit and the Shekinah is blasphemy. Do you understand the blasphemy now? I hope this brings closure to you identifying, so you can identify the blasphemy that has corrupted our churches.
One of the great Tzvat rituals was the cult, shall I say, of the Shekinah and the cult of the divine marriage. Now, people don't really think about this when they go to temple in America and rise at the end of a certain hymn and bow and sing, "Come, O bride, come, O bride." But in fact, the Tzvat Kabbalists viewed the Friday night service and meal as a wedding feast, when the divine parts of God above unified with the earthly feminine aspect of God in the world, the Shekinah, and they had sexual union on Friday night. And this has survived into general Jewish practice to this day.
I'm going to talk specifically today about the black culture. They do not know their history. That's one of the things that I know. And so you have to tell them their history